from the corners where the real ones talk. Now we bring that energy every time we spark. From the mic to the cam, let the whole thing breathe. Boom, back drums while the whole crew leg. Live in the moment, we call it how it is. Culture, music, bars. This the way we live. Real talk only, never watered down. Every episode heavy when we hit the town. TV. From the roots of the city to the world we reach. Every line got grip, every word got heat. Street born vibe with a worldwide beat. Wop, up. Lights on, host in the zone. Let the bass line ride. Crowd up, hands high. Let the whole thing vibe. Talk that. Let the people all see. What the fuck TV? Bring the culture to the beat.
Yo. What's going on?
Man. What is going on? What's good, everybody?
On this hump day, fellas.
Yo, it's crazy because, like, I know people are like, huh?
Damn, it's only hump day. I just noticed that. I was like, tomorrow's Thursday. Damn.
Yeah. Tomorrow's baby Friday.
Yo, damn.
First and foremost, I know y'all seeing this shit and being like, yo, what's up with this Brady Bunch shit right now? Welcome all of our viewers, all three of y'all.
There's more like that. They just incognito. Incognito.
Welcome
to
another episode of What the Fuck TV today.
Yeah, bro.
We got family in the building. We got family.
That's right.
We can't even call. It's not even no friend. It's not even this is my brother. This is our brother. Contributor to the show, new member of the What the Fuck TV family.
Hold up, but let me say something about this brother, man. Let me say something.
I guess we could all say something about the brother because we all know him. I'm just saying,
that's
bro.
Right.
I'm just saying. I just want to get it out the way because I know people are like, yo, I thought it was just three of them. So,
you know what I mean? But we're growing. Yo, this family is growing. This family is growing, you know, man. And this brother right here is straight out of New York with Dominican blood just flowing through his veins, you know. Misunderstood is more than an artist, you know. Whatever comes out his mouth right here is built from the culture, from
it's struggle. Not our responsibility.
Disclaimer.
I like that.
Disclaimer.
You know what I mean? And in music, you know, this dude is a bass player, stagehand, creator, activist, father. You ain't no athlete, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm not even gonna go there with you, bro. I'm not gonna go there.
Right. Anyway. You know, like all of us, you know, he's been shaped from the city. You know, everything all the knowledge that he comes to is because he's learned it out there. You know, raised around music, raised around street energy, you know, real life experience. Man, this brother brings something good to the table. You know what I mean? Like Echo said, this dude is more than just a person that's just added to the show. This guy is a brother.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it, my brothers. For real. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, help you guys out. I love what y'all doing.
The introduction. Hold on.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
My man, representing Inwood Heights, representing the entire Heights, but mainly Inwood Heights. My man, Misunderstood. Give it up for my man, Misunderstood. Welcome to the show.
Get the applause track, please.
Hold on. Damn, I'm all late.
Maldita pariguaya.
You know what I mean?
Well, ain't there, like I said, this is a family thing because we known each other for. Anyway, we're not counting numbers, but thank you for the opportunity.
I'm gonna put you on blast right now. I'm gonna put you on blast.
Oh, I know you are. That's why I started
right
modestly, because I know you're gonna put me on blast.
Because I got a story right here. Yo, this man was one of the first times I got so high. How high was he?
Damn.
I was so high, I came down the stairs from a 5-story building, got to the first floor, and kept on going.
Yeah. Because I was there.
Bro, I was on the first floor, and they're like, "Yo,
I'm still going down those stairs, bro.
Come on,
I'm still
going down those stairs, bro. Brother. Crazy.
No, come on now.
But I could say this man always had my back, always looked out. Situations where I was just like, yo, misunderstood. I got something. And he's like, say no more, I'm there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is a brother.
I mean, if you know anything about, like, most of us up at Edward, you can't threaten us with a good time. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And we down for whatever.
Listen, and if the good time ain't happening, we gonna try to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's just, Inwood all day, man.
Big shout to the whole Inwood Thayer. Big shout to Sickles. Big shout to Vermilia. Big shout to Academy. Sherman.
VDP. Yo, and I just gotta say, shout out to my man right there with the Knicks hat, even though he's a Bulls fan. You get what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to the whole Knicks squad.
Yeah.
Knicks squad.
How about the Knicks?
Yo, not for nothing. I'm glad it's happened in New York, and I'm glad it's the Garden.
Because, no doubt.
Man, history has to be remade, man. And New York is a place that remakes history.
But you know how history is being made right now. Did y'all hear that Drake just officially passed Jay-Z in numbers?
Yeah.
He is the biggest. He's the biggest artist in the world, and he's been the biggest artist in the world for a long time now. We can't. Let's not mix things up here. We're not dealing with no rinky-dinky dude that just came out the other day. At the end of the day, Drake is Drake, bro. And yes, it doesn't surprise me. He's broken records. It's not the first time he's broken sales records. He's the highest, one of the highest, if not already the highest selling artist and of all time, probably right now. So big shout to Drake at the end of the day.
Is inflation taken into consideration here?
Yeah. Well, okay, you were gonna say something misunderstood?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, people are gonna listen to Drake. He's got his fans, he's got his base, and I give credit to his marketing because they really target the base and they get that out there to them. So you got to give credit where credit is due, as per getting the product out to the proper markets and the people that want to hear it. So is the GOAT conversation on the table now?
Not in my eyes.
Not in your eyes. Why? No, I'm asking. I'm making a question. Is the GOAT conversation? You passed Jay-Z. Is the GOAT conversation on the table at this point?
Okay, GOAT of what?
For terms of what? Overall.
What's GOAT?
Greatest of all time.
In reference to what? Are you talking about sales?
Albums? Yeah.
Bro, okay. But it's a real simple question. He passed Jay-Z in numbers. Can we start talking GOAT conversation? That's the question.
No.
Why not?
Because not even Jay-Z's the GOAT. Nas is the GOAT. Rakim is a GOAT.
What O is trying to refer to is the numbers as per sales. Now, if you're talking about talent,
no, O was saying overall because O doesn't break down. Hold on. O doesn't break down. He's not into the hip hop spectrum like that to say, oh, well, he is only the GOAT in sales because lyrically he's not up to par. We might be those kind of fans. My man's not really that kind of fan.
But that's what I mean.
So when they said he surpasses someone like Jay-Z, now I was asking, is he taking the place of Jay-Z as being the GOAT, one of the GOATs?
Yeah, I'm just making a question. I'm not saying that he's a GOAT. I'm just saying a question. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have one more question for you. So if Drake was from Brooklyn, instead of Toronto, would the GOAT conversation come into play?
No.
You're on mute, Echo.
I mean,
if he was from where? What was the question again?
If he was from Brooklyn, if he was from Queens, if it was from Philly, you know what I mean? Would the GOAT conversation be in play there?
Well, he's the GOAT to a lot of people, though. He's the GOAT to a lot of people.
Well, you have to understand something. If you're saying Drake from Brooklyn or anywhere else is still the same Drake that we get today, it doesn't matter.
We wouldn't know what Drake we get today.
No, but honestly, that's the thing. No, that's the thing. If you're talking about equating it to that, shit, Drake from Brooklyn might never be heard.
Yeah,
you're
right.
What I'm saying?
You're right.
I think it doesn't.
Drake
might,
Drake from Cali might be doing mixtapes. If you're saying it's the same Drake, it's the same performer, then it's still the debate. The debate is still there. Is he the GOAT?
I would say this. First and foremost, Drake is a GOAT to a lot of people. That's not, so if you're asking basically us that we're a bit older, we might not be into Drake as much as a lot of other people might be into him. We have a certain criteria for when it comes to rappers that, Drake might not fit. Therefore, we might not put him in the GOAT conversation. But for a long time, Drake has been the GOAT for a lot of people. So he's already the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes. He's not ever going to be our GOAT because we are a different breed of hip hop fans. We're a little bit older. We like more lyricism. But it doesn't matter what we think. But it's a good question. And the answer, I'm thinking the short answer for all of us is that no, he's not our GOAT. But he's a great
you might be asking the wrong individuals on this one. So
no.
All right.
See, here it is. Because if you're asking me from the aspect of the business, from the boardroom, from the record label, yeah, he's the GOAT. Because if the numbers don't lie, you know what I'm saying? You beat out Michael Jackson, are you the GOAT? You beat out Taylor Swift, are you the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now the question, if you're asking as per integrity to the art form, Jay drops an album today and he'll blow Drake out the water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's arbitrary.
That's arbitrary.
Here it is, because I got to hear some of this Iceman album, and I'm not impressed.
Right.
A lot of people
personally, for me, not my cup of tea. I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan either, but I'll tell you like this: as per the boardroom, as per the marketing, as per that side of it all, yes, thank you. You're the GOAT because you made me some money.
All right, I got you. So basically, what we're saying is chart numbers. Since people are controlling the music, it's probably changed the way people view the numbers and versus what they're actually coming out with.
Absolutely.
Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
As of the product. So, like, let's say it's what Misunderstood just said. I'm making money, so those chart numbers, they mean something to me.
Yeah, I just think the word
instead of what the product
is thrown
is.
out. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That term GOAT is just being thrown all over the place without having a little respect behind it.
Yeah, put some respect behind my name.
I think people measure album sales as a GOAT. People don't realize that this is an art form.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's just me. But again, like you mentioned, we're a different generation where we valued more lyrics and the essence of hip hop versus what's going on today. So,
Classico, I agree with you 100%. What is the difference between the money and the art? You know what I'm saying? Most of the artists are starving. Most of our favorite artists are considered to be done. But give them the space to do their craft. You know what I'm saying? And again, go ahead.
No. You were saying.
I mean, it goes back down to the creativity, the ingenuity of the mind. Well, I got to see an interview years ago of Rakim explaining his style. Like, it was like, I used to play saxophone, so I wanted to be like Coltrane. I wanted to hit 3 notes in one push. And he's like, and I'm like, whoa. Now you apply that to your lyricism, Then I went back and started listening, going down the discography, and I'm like, yo,
yeah,
this is why they call him the God Allah. You know,
I got you.
But now, if we're going from the business side of things, from the CEO side of things, from the record label side of things,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Who would you rather have?
Yeah, but the thing is also as well, you know, right now artists, you know, before we had DJs to put them on the map, you know what I mean? So artists are not even nervous waiting for DJ to say, hey, yo, or, you know, I put his record on an album, you know, they're more nervous waiting for a Kai Cenat to actually react to it. You know what I mean? So it's a different time as well. Like streamers have actually changed the game, if I could say.
Okay.
Well, you know, what are your thoughts on the way streamers have affected music right now? To be clear.
Streamers, as far as the way they affect the music, how and making certain music popular and
yeah. So like, let's say your segment when you're doing a review, you're actually, you know, subconsciously or consciously pushing an artist.
Right. Yeah.
Before it was DJs.
Right. I think if you're making a comparison between the streamers and the DJs and the mixtape DJs of our time, they're very similar. I think there were some DJs in our time that used to push artists because they really liked them, and some of them were pushing artists because they had some kind of link to them. You know, so I think it's the same thing with streamers. Streamers may push a certain artist. And don't get it twisted. Streamers are just like DJs in the sense that they may get paid for playing a certain artist on their show. If they have a certain amount of subscribers, right, then they may be monetized for that. I remember when Kai Cenat was doing his thing, you know, it was like the biggest streamer in the world. You started seeing now certain artists pass through his show or his lives. And you will be like, yo, and they'll be like, yo, you know, they will be promoting a certain album. They will have to come through Kai Cenat's live. So they're very similar. You know, streamers, they push the culture.
Exactly. So like, let's say if Kai Cenat ignores the album, did it even really drop? Does it even count that you came out with an album if a person that big just ignores it?
That's a great question. I think it depends. I think you might not see Lice, which is, you know, right? We talked about Lice. You might not see Lice come through Kai Cenat. They might not need that. They might not want that. You might not see Run the Jewels come through Kai Cenat, but you are going to see Ice Spice, and you are going to see, right? Who else came through there? Offset. You know, those are the kind of artists that he's familiar with because that's his age group.
Right.
So I think that to answer your question, it depends on in the market that you're in. All of those other artists that I mentioned, they might go through. What up, Marica? They might go through another avenue to promote their album because that's where their audience is at, in my opinion.
All right. So do you think streamers actually accidentally turned hip hop into reality TV?
What y'all think? I don't know.
Everything is a reality TV today. I mean, you just finished saying that streamers have influence on what music is popular.
Okay, I'm just saying a question. Why you got to say that I said
I'm
blah,
not
blah, blah. I'm just asking
I'm just using your logic. But first of all, calm down.
Yeah,
settle down. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday, bro. It's only Wednesday.
Just understand what I'm trying to tell you. Damn, yo, what's wrong with you?
Que lo que. Yo, fight. Yo, y'all gonna fight?
Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. So, yo. No, listen. First of all, while we do this, can we remind people to hit like and subscribe and leave comments?
We got some people leaving comments. Y'all want to shout out the people that we got leaving comments?
Do that.
They throwing me off. I'm talking, and I'm like, oh shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Before you shut them out, I want Dan's thumbs up in the chat if you guys have subscribed. That's the way you're gonna get a shout out today. That's the way you're gonna shout.
If you
That's right. Put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up if you have subscribed. You know what I mean? So you can get a shout out right now. Right now.
Denle esa vaina, denle esa vaina. Eso no cuesta nada.
I see all 462 viewers of this channel right now. Hit like and subscribe. We are trying to build a product here.
Yeah. While they do that, because we still want to see the thumbs up. Yo, dude, stuff is getting wild out here. Stuff is getting wild. Y'all remember last week we spoke about Clarissa Shields. It's getting worse. It's getting worse, bro.
I'm sorry, brother. I got to read a little bit of it, and I'm confused. Please
enlighten us.
Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second, fellas. Give me a second.
Yeah.
We got it. I think always getting some condensed milk delivered to him. So he got to go receive that.
Yo, that's an inside joke. We can't be sharing that with the general.
No. I mean, man.
First of all, I love condensed milk.
Me just too. Don't say that. Big shout to everybody who has evaporated milk, condensed milk.
Yo, la batida, muchacho.
Yo, we got one.
All those who eat condensed milk from a spoon, right out the can.
So let me tell y'all. So I'm gonna put it in blast.
Big shout out to Joe Rodriguez, 1933. She gave us the thumbs up.
That's right, thumbs up.
Shout out
and a laugh. Yo, who is this just laughing at me? You know what I mean? Yo, so let me tell you the deal. So when I come back to the States, I stay with my parents and I help them out. You get what I'm saying? So they know that we're live right now.
Shout out to the parents.
My stepfather comes in to give me some coffee, to give me a sandwich. You know what I mean? But not only a sandwich, like this is like a sandwich on pita bread. You know what I mean? On pita bread.
What?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, so you straight up hogging up a sandwich while we're trying to do a show here, bro?
They brought it in right now. They brought it in right now.
Un sandwichito, un juguito. Yo.
Nah, but I'm gonna get some coffee right now.
With some Quicks? What you drinking, Quicks?
They get Quicks, bro.
The strawberry joint.
Okay, so let's get back. Come on, let's get back, guys. Okay. Let's bring it back. Yo,
somebody else put the thumbs up.
Yo, shout out to E. Elba.
All right.
Okay, I was wondering who that was. Big shout to Elba in the building. Elba.
That's right. Pronounce it right. You see the sandwich, and then you start salivating, and then you don't even know how to say names right. Okay. Anyhow, hey yo. So, the internet is wild right now. You know what I mean? Because over the weekend, let me ask a question. Should an online petition be able to end somebody's career?
Hey man.
Yeah, go. It depends what career it is, no? I mean, if you get enough people to sign something, then the crowd has spoken, and it's time to exit right.
So should strangers online really have power over somebody's real life?
Oof. Damn, this is deep.
No. Again, for me, it's what was the infraction that caused?
All right. So let's do this.
Her promotion to start that petition.
Let me show you guys right now. Right now, there's a petition. This was as of like 7:00. This is to revoke Clarissa Shields' boxing license. You know what I mean? So far, almost 4,000 people. You know,
man, 4,000 people. 4,000 people.
4,000 people is 4,000 people. We got 4,000 people up in here.
Almost.
400.
400,000. That's what we got. You know what I mean? But
I think for revoking a license, that's a little bit too.
Yeah.
Call me when you're in the 10, 50,000s, 100,000s, but
it'll get there, bro. That's the way it happens. It'll get there. You know what I mean? And but basically, you know, she's now she actually signed the new fighter and stuff under her promotion. So it's her and another person in her promotion. You know what I mean? She got banned from MVP, and now she's trying to get in good graces. I'm like, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? You mess up, you mess up. You know?
Yeah.
But
I think when you're online, when you're a celebrity, you have to understand that you're dealing with the internets, man, and the internets, they're no joke at the end of the day.
Vicious, right?
Yeah, they're vicious, man. You know, it's a jungle out here. You open yourself up for all types of criticism and scrutiny if you're in the limelight. And what happens is the internet is going to get you. You're going to go viral for the right reasons, and you might go viral for the wrong reasons. This time around, she's going viral for the wrong reasons. And now people are like, first of all, people already didn't like her. You know what I mean? Basically, because maybe she's not the prettiest girl.
Now, listen,
you know
as a fighter,
open yourself up for that.
As a fighter, I liked her as a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But as a person, bro, I can't even. Let me see. Who's a man that disrespectful? I would probably say she's like the male Mayorga. Yeah, remember Mayorga? The fighter that he was just disrespectful. Yeah, from Nicaragua. You know what I mean? That's what she reminds me of, like a regular thug in boxing.
I mean, maybe she's trying to emulate the hype that Conor McGregor built a bit of his career on.
Listen, if you're gonna come, if you're gonna
McGregor threw a chair through a window, through a bus
window. Misunderstood. I'm telling you right now, if you came on this show to just be a nice guy, we have enough nice guys here. Okay, keep it real.
I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a nice guy.
I'm a guest in the house. I ain't touching the refrigerator, and I'm asking you twice if I can use your bathroom. Now, if you don't like me being respectful, again,
I don't even like y'all. To tell you the truth,
I've been saying the same thing. I'm pissed off. You ain't even sharing a sandwich, bro. I love sandwiches.
Sandwiches are beautiful. Sandwiches are fun. I love sandwiches. I eat them. Okay, but anyhow, I just think that once you get to a certain level, you know, you gotta carry yourself a certain way. You know, when I first started hating Mayweather, he was on that BS game as well. But then once he started getting that money, instead of going backwards, he went forwards. You know what I mean? He started carrying himself the right way. Instead of pushing everybody, he's like, you know, you got to come after me. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, you know, but I don't know. But
big shout to Clarissa Fields, man. Hopefully she can get over this. And it really doesn't matter if she doesn't, but hopefully she get over it, man. Nobody deserves to have their shit stripped away just for some kind of mistake. But also, hopefully, she can learn from her mistakes. You know what I mean?
Again, I've been trying to find like exactly what the incident is. You know,
bro.
Because
the incident has been happening since like the beginning of time. So the last one that she did was she slapped another boxer and it wasn't even a boxing event. It was a freaking UFC kind of match by MVP. You
basically
know what I mean?
out in the streets?
Out of pocket. No, after the show, they were just talking.
No, that's what I mean. It wasn't them facing off for promotion or nothing.
No, it wasn't facing off. No, it wasn't facing off. So it was after the event. They were walking around and don't say the pushing, blah 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 blah. Anyway,
see now that's different because that's in the public.
How are we gonna judge her? And dudes was doing that all in the 80s, all the time.
Okay, you know what? Because this is another time, and these kids are so retarded right now. You know what I mean? Yo, people are so retarded in these times that let me, like, Cenat was doing this reading thing, and they were clowning him for reading. So that's the generation. That's the generations that's out here now. Like, how are you clowning someone for reading? You know what I mean?
I think they were clowning him because he wasn't a good reader.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's a good reader, if he's a bad reader.
But you can't put yourself in front of a camera like that. And if you do put yourself in front of like what we're doing, you know, we're opening ourselves up for scrutiny and criticism at the same time. So that's what it is. And Cenat is just not a regular streamer. That man has a million people. He'll have a million people. Yeah, he'll have a million people looking at him.
Yeah, but still, it's people are quick to judge. People are just, like this comment was the best comment that I've seen. People are sensitive.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So, but anyhow, it's like, I don't know. Like, I can't read half of the time. So it's just like, whatever, what comes out my mouth, what comes out my mouth. At least I'm doing this. I don't see other people coming out here streaming because they scared. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I don't care.
Because they don't want people to be like, yeah. First of all, hold on. Before you cut to the next question. The Cenat reading thing, I haven't seen it yet, but I have seen what's going viral right now, where you have a dude that's going, I think, to certain like parties or maybe college campuses, and he might have like a passage, like a reading passage of some words that might not be the most, the easiest words to pronounce if you don't have a really high reading level.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's a growing trend now of him having people read it and showing how many people really cannot read out here in this world. And I think that's what I think because of that trend, I think that's why the Cenat thing is getting a lot of attention as well.
Listen, I didn't even want to hit the subject because after last week and you told me DMX and the Reading Rainbow, you messed me up for life. You know what I mean? So, it's just crazy. So,
it's a great video.
But
you like that. I told you were gonna like it.
Yeah. But to wrap up, bro, the countdown officially begins for the New York City Dominican Day Parade.
Boca Chica, La Matica. Big shout to everybody from everywhere in DR. Big shout,
Big shout outs.
Yeah, we're all Dominicans. We're all from New York, so we know how this goes down. It's a great time of the year for New York. It's about to be summer. Hopefully, it's a safe summer, and people just have fun. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Dominican Day Parade that you wanted to talk about?
Well, it's coming down. Do you think the Dominican Day Parade is visited by more folks that how can I say? Okay. I don't want to put down any parade. I don't want to put down any parade. Let's be clear on that. But how dope is the Dominican Day Parade?
How dope?
How dope is it really? How dope is it really?
I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
Have you been to the Dominican Day Parade?
Not in years.
It's been a while since I went to one.
It's been a while. We don't live in New York, so
yeah.
What about you? Yo, Misunderstood lives in New York. How do you feel about the Dominican Day Parade?
I'm in what they call Little DR up here between Inwood and Washington Heights, and we got the Bronx not too far away. No respect to the Grand Concourse and my people in the North and the South Bronx, but it depends on which one you want to try to go check out. They have the one down on Madison. That's cool enough.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Then they have the one on the concourse. The last few years, we haven't been well represented from what I've seen, especially from what I've seen from the internets. Like Echo said. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's those other little jump offs that pop off, like on Dykeman. You got Merengueros come through, and it is basically our culture coming together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But as per certain going to certain things like the parade, it's the same thing you're getting every year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I remember I like the parades. I think I went to one or two Dominican Day parades, and I'm gonna be honest, I went to a few Puerto Rican Day parades. But that's because of something else. You know what I mean?
Which one you like more?
You know what he's gonna say.
What's he gonna say?
I don't know. Let the people hear. Let the people hear.
He's gonna say he liked the Colombian Day Parade better.
Nah, I never went to a Colombian Day Parade. So shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Respect. Put some respect on my name. You know what I mean? But you know, I did go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade because of another issue. But the last time I went to New York, it was what, like 2 years ago? No, last year around the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Yo, why was 207 full of Puerto Ricans?
Because there's Puerto Ricans in New York.
And there's always been a lot of Puerto Ricans in Inwood.
That's
not
I don't remember seeing that many flags. I never remember.
Bro, the number one, our homeboy. Shout out to DJ Rex. If you anywhere you out there, my brother, one love. But my man's Puerto Rican.
Yo, time out. Wait.
Puerto Ricans and don't even realize it.
DJ Rex was Puerto Rican?
Well, no, yeah,
he's half and half.
He's half and half. But he reps his, Borinque. You know what I'm saying?
He was Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
He was. He still is. He still is Puerto Rican.
Yeah. He still is. Yes. Thank you, Black. Thank you,
He wasn't Puerto Rican in his last lifetime. He's Puerto Rican right now. Half and half.
Yo, y'all niggas get out of pocket, Y'all like picking on me today.
But to get back to your thing, but listen, the Boricua community has been hand in hand in Washington Heights.
Oh, no doubt.
The Dominican community. You know,
I just don't remember that many Puerto Ricans being around. Yeah. I know the love of my life. She was half Puerto Rican. She lived across the street.
Shout her out. What's her name?
Nah, I can't be saying that, yo. You crazy?
Might as well.
So you know what I mean? But anyhow, dudes, nah. You know what? I think I'm over you guys. I'm over you guys. I'm over you guys. I'm over you guys.
For us, like, all right, for me and Echo, back in the days, going to the parades, we didn't care whose it was, because we was gonna go have a good time anyway.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's
the beauty. Oh my gosh! Now we have people to leche condensada. Damn!
Shout out my sis. That's my sister.
Yo, big shout to Monica in the building. Thank you for watching.
You see?
Hey, that's my little
brother. What's good, baby?
Yo, Misunderstood Incorporated. That's a co-founder right there.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's the homie. That's the homie.
Got honey.
Yo. You know what? I'm just done with you guys.
I'm getting excited,
I'm just
bro.
done with you guys.
I'm not gonna cry or nothing, but I'm getting excited. Look at all these people. Oh my god!
I don't even know. I don't even know how we're gonna do the transition right now. Should I just throw the transition?
Let's
go,
transition,
bro.
Yo, don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere. All right,
don't go nowhere.
That's right.
We got some good stuff
coming back. Yo, we coming back.
Make sure that we coming back. We're coming back. Just make sure you give a like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Washington Heights in the house.
Yo, bro, 2 more followers, and we each
2 more followers,
cents, bro.
No. It would be 35 cents because of the algorithm.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Gotta pay
check you out.
Hurry up and vibe.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Ella tiene un flow, remember that joint? Blanca con culo. Yo, what's good, everybody?
What up?
Yo, it's your boy, Echo L Black. I'm just Black. You have to solve it. Yo, man, welcome to another edition of Hurry Up and Vibe. Look at what happened.
We back.
Dopeness is about to happen. Big shout to everyone just tuning in today. This is amazing. I think Misunderstood. We have Misunderstood in the building. My brother, contributor to the show, new member of What the Fuck TV. Misunderstood has about 17 brothers and sisters and like 25 cousins, and it looks like
and they all logged on.
And he bought a portion of that.
Bro, and that's just one block of Amelia.
You feel me?
No way.
And he brought some of his people to tune in. So everyone who's tuning in, big shout to y'all, Elba, Monica, my man Manny, everyone in the building.
Shout out.
Yeah, big love, big shout and love to y'all. My segment, I just wanted to talk about some New York hip hop type of stuff tonight.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because I wanted to get y'all opinion, man. I know we're talking about the Clarissa Shields situation. Something similar has been happening in New York hip hop, where recently we had a little. I don't even call it a misunderstanding. It was a discussion that was being had, and it brought to light this question. You know, are New York hip hop fans hip hop's worst enemy? You know, are the people that grew up in the city that created the art form? They seem to be the most critical when it comes to the art form, but sometimes that could be misled. And it could look like a lot of hate, you know? So, I believe that, from what I've seen in my years, it seems like hip hop is the only genre where legends become washed if they are not in the spotlight or whatever, in the eyes of the culture, before they even pass away, right? So they never get their flowers, and they're always criticized heavily by the newer generation, or by the generation that came after them, but the generation of artists that came after them. So there's an uncomfortable conversation that's been surrounding recent comments from Max B about Big Daddy Kane during a recent appearance on $1 million worth of game. Big shout to Wallow, big shout to Gilly the Kid. Max B suggested that his influence outweighed legends like Big Daddy Kane and even DMX. So it brought to light like this conversation, right, which is bigger than Max B. It's really about how does hip hop treat its elders? How does hip hop treat its legends? Do younger fans understand the foundation of the culture?
Nope.
And maybe did the older generation of MCs and artists, hip hop artists, did they do this to themselves by consistently criticizing the younger artists that came after them? Because there was a lot of that as well. So I wanted to get, that's pretty much the introduction to the conversation. I wanted to get your thoughts. Have you guys seen the Max B interview?
Yeah. I caught it onto that. And I mean, for me, learning how to play an instrument, learning how to play bass, the key thing is you got to go to the past to see the present, and then to envision the future. With rock and roll, you've had some of the legends, the guys that we call legends, talking about no. You got to go and listen to these people who came before them.
Okay.
And to not see it in rap music, especially growing up with Big Daddy Kane, seeing him on MTV and doing his thing, and guys like Slick Rick, guys like Dougie Fresh, we can't snub those guys. In my opinion, you cannot snub those guys. They are important because they lay down the foundation. And then the guys before them, like, tell me who's going to try to shit on Grandmaster Flash? Who hurt? You really going to? These are the people that built the foundation. And then everything else come on. No, you're right. I want to say it was
your mic.
Misunderstood. Your mic is acting up, brother.
Check 2.
You're right there. Okay.
All right. So yeah, it's because I took a moment to think about that. Like, why is it that in jazz and even like orchestral music, classical music, merengue, bachata, we have to look to the past in order to move on to the future. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that is a good question, man. to me, we can't snub the legends in any art form.
No doubt.
Listen,
no doubt. What you think?
All right, I got something to say right here, bro. Listen, we came from an era where we used to help old ladies with shopping carts go up the stairs to their building. All right. We know what it is to respect who came before us. Even on our blocks, we knew at growing up who was who on the block, and we stepped the right way. It came down to a generation where they lost all respect for everybody. The past, you know what I mean? The forefathers, they lost respect for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could see an old lady crossing the street and it's like, yo, let her cross the street. If she gets hit by a car, gain 100 points. You get what I'm saying? So why wouldn't they diss, one of the forefathers of hip hop? Why not?
I mean,
why? We raise these young kids, so we take a little bit of blame of the culture in hip hop today. These kids have no respect in any genre you look at. Well, not all, but some. These kids just want to wall out and do. I feel like Max B. Going back to his interview. No respect, bro. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, you're gonna go shit on like that? I don't know. And then you was in jail wasn't he in jail for like what 16 years or something like that? For how?
I believe it was 18 years. Yeah, I believe it was 18 years.
I mean, again, it's not so much about Max B and doing that to Kane, because let's be real. Did you get to see Kane's freestyle?
I did.
Yo,
and he hit him hard.
I want to say that's an old freestyle that was not a response to Max.
Yeah.
B.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
Okay. Good. Thank you for clearing that up. No, seriously.
Yep.
But I was not aware of that.
It's kind of like going to what you're saying, Echo. It's like, yo, you see the ability, just the age don't mean nothing.
Right.
So again, going back to the integrity of the art form, let's be for real. Come on. Let's be for real. Those who are keeping it real are all being kept to the sideline because they want the quick product. They want the quick sound out in the streets. And it's true. I mean, raising children, and when they asking me, yo, can you play that Wu-Tang again? Oh, I thought you liked all this other. No. There's something in there. There's an intelligence. There's an art form. There's a formula. It feels like I'm on the block. All this other stuff is just like, it feels like you're in your own head. So as per the art form, I agree with you. You can't shit on the legends, man. You can't. Yeah,
I definitely don't think that hip hop legends and old school artists are held to the same standard compared to other genres that hold their older artists, like rock, you know what I mean? Like, like we were saying, misunderstood with rock and even jazz. And I think hip hop let itself get that way, but the Big Daddy Kane, Max B thing, it hits a nerve, because it's not just about the rankings. So, many hip hop fans, especially in New York, like Big Daddy Kane represents like what we love about hip hop: craftsmanship, lyricism, stage presence, originality, and the golden era of hip hop.
Yes.
But in the same breath, Max B represents another important part of New York legacy, right? And maybe we weren't around for it and we didn't care much for it. He still does have his influence, right? He introduced, according to a lot of people and according to himself, he introduced melody, swag rap, emotional street music, kind of like the wave. He influenced artists like French Montana and Jim Jones. So even the modern elements of modern melodic rap could be attributed to Max B. But your greatness doesn't mean that you have to shit on somebody else's greatness. So,
of course.
Why do you think that hip hop always frames generations like they have to compete instead of coexist? Do you think that's something that was created by the climate of hip hop itself? or do you think it's a generational thing of the way that people think? You know what I mean? Or
I mean, for me, growing up in the '90s, real quick, it's like what was done to Public Enemy and a couple of these other groups that were like basically pushed to the side. So the narrative was changed. So instead of being an embracing narrative, it's a competitive one between generations.
Right.
And not for nothing, what we're losing is the preservation of the true meaning of the culture of hip hop.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, Classico, what y'all think? The question is, the question I was presenting was, why does hip hop always frame generations like they have to compete instead of coexist? Rock music still reveres Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, but in hip hop, legends often become like targets or memes, disrespect, or they old.
Yeah,
because it's all for clicks. I feel like it's all for clicks. I think it's, first of all, hip hop by nature has always been something that's competitive. No, right? Since the '80s, right? That we could think back, it's always been a competition.
Right.
As the years have progressed, you don't see these young kids showing any respect to the guys that came before them. They rather clown on them. Why? Because it gets clicks, and it gets people in our age range. It rage baits us. Is that the term, right, that the kids use now?
Rage bait.
It pisses us off. It pisses us off. It's like, how are you going to talk about Big Daddy Kane like that?
Well, you know what I can equate it to? The NBA. We loved our legends.
Right.
Even when our legends that were playing in front of us, we loved the legends before them. Then all of a sudden,
you're right.
Then all of a sudden,
to hate our legends.
Yes, but we showed respect. Why? Because even though you were wearing the other jersey, it didn't matter. But it was supposed to be about love. No matter what, we in this together. Whether we battling, because guess what? Friendly competition works. And then when the competition was controlled and it got weak, what happened? We got this generation that is willing to snuff the legends, to say that the legends can't compete. They couldn't hang this, that, the third.
And I like that comment that Manny made. It also became very commercial.
Oh, yes, definitely.
It's a selling point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Let's look at the marketing value. I mean, we could go back to old school studies from the early 2000s when college professors, English professors, were saying the 90s hip hop, the golden era hip hop, the vocabulary reading level was that of a college student. This college reading level. By the time they were looking into it, it was down to a third grade reading level.
I guess they all went to Kennedy High School because
they shot to everybody that went to Kennedy.
Yo, what up, Kennedy in the building? Jail for kids.
So, are younger fans disconnected from hip hop history? I mean, hold on, Julio. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on, misunderstood. You got so many nicknames. I might call you one of your other nicknames. So
yeah.
But like what I was gonna say is, are younger fans disconnecting from hip hop history? Like, has streaming culture changed everything? Basically, I mean, it looks like the younger fans. Yeah, it looks like the younger fans are consuming music through like playlists, maybe TikTok. I don't know, algorithms.
Your favorite streamers.
Yeah, compared to how we used to experience music, right? We were into, instead of that, we had we really enjoyed albums. We used to love reading liner notes. There's not cultural context. So when Max B said Kane wasn't really in his algorithm, that kind of exposes a bigger issue about how modern fans discover music, right?
Yeah, well, go ahead, my bad. Finish.
For younger listeners, you know what I'm saying? So, I want to get people. We kind of went through that. How the difference between how the younger generation compared to the older generation, and how they used to experience the music. So, can you, in your opinion, you guys, can you really appreciate hip hop still if you disregard how it was built or who built it?
So I just let me say one thing, right? What I've noticed, because I was I think I fell into that trap where the newer hip hop showed money, showed, all this luxurious lifestyle, while the forefathers don't even get a dime from what they did. So they can't show what they have.
Yeah.
They can't show what they have from what they did. But yet these kids could actually make a beat in like 15 minutes, go trending, and make 100K like that.
That's the whole commercialism of hip hop.
Yeah, but it's not. I would. Well, when you say commercialism, I see it as, music that was made. Because I remember it was made for the radio play, radio. You know what I mean? The stuff that's coming out now, and Echo was like, "Yo, that's whack." You know what I mean? I'll always say it because he did say that to me. He broke my heart, but you know what I mean. It's like real hip hop. There were stories behind it. There was truth. What was happening right
Hard
there
work.
and then.
Right.
What you looked at when you walked down the street. You know what I mean? Just the way the storylines were made. We lost that after what, 2000, I think it was.
Well,
I'd say even before that.
I mean, when you're talking about the commercial world of hip hop, what you got was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it was the pop. Yes, popular music. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't sensitive.
Now for us,
damn, they hitting you hard,
like,
bro.
Again, and
I'm telling you, I'm about to clock out and go home.
And that genius of, like, my brother Echo, he will make you realize if you're looking for a certain thing, you're gonna find it. But for the kids, as per what you're saying, the younger generation, see, we were quick to say, we need to find out where Premier sampled that. And then when you find this crazy funk album or the soul album, you find out, wait a minute, James Brown, oh shit. Like, y'all talked about Clyde Stubblefield and Funky Drummer, how important that is. And what did Clive get? He only got paid for the studio time.
Yeah,
where's
and
his
that's
royalties?
what I'm saying.
Now these kids today, see, for us, we would try to hit the record store and try to find the Funky Drummer on vinyl. These kids have it in their hands. But they want that
because I couldn't afford a record. You know what I mean?
But that was the thing back in the day. The whole process of getting the knowledge of.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's a good point. It looks like the younger generation inherited a faster culture, right?
Yes, faster culture.
And I think the way the younger generation views greatness is in relevance. For younger listeners, relevance often equals visibility. Visibility equals social media presence, and legacy can't feel invincible if it's not constantly trending. Yeah. And they don't have to fight for it like Misunderstood was just saying. Yeah. We had to really fight for it. We had to get up. We had to go to the record store. But I will say this: there's still a subculture in hip hop that does do that, and there are still some young cats out there who really preserve the culture in that way. And they don't half-ass it. They just don't wait for the algorithm. They buy vinyl. I actually work with some kids that are they wait statically for record store day just to stand online and go buy vinyl. I mean, these are 20-something-year-old kids, the same kids who may like a J. Cole as opposed to a Max B. Yeah. But I also wanted to ask, did the older generation kind of bring this up to kind of bring it to themselves on this, right? After hearing
it wasn't. I don't. Okay. We can't blame the older generation.
Now let me go in depth. Let me go in depth before y'all rock. I'm glad y'all excited, man. Yeah, baby. So I nervio.
Vamos, pa'lante.
Did the older generation create this problem, right? So this is the important balance. Older hip hop heads, they often criticize younger artists too, by saying, that's not real hip hop. Nobody has bars anymore. Today's rap is trash. And after hearing that for years, young artists eventually probably stopped caring about approval from older generations. So
they rebel.
Is respect reciprocal, right? Is it our duty as well as older hip hop fans, as older hip hop artists, as enthusiasts? Should we give the younger generation a little bit more leeway or a little bit more opportunity? Should we be more receptive towards their stuff so that they can maybe be more receptive towards the earlier style of hip hop? Or should it be a given that you should be respectful and mindful and
dude, I'm sorry. Sorry to cut you off, Misunderstood. The thing is, I don't think this generation even cared what the old heads were saying. They just saw that they were putting up a video on YouTube and making more money than they have. So it wasn't really like, he said this about me. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We went from rapping to mumble rapping, where every song was come on, man.
Yeah, bro. Man. When
that means they weren't listening to Big Daddy Kane. They weren't listening to any rappers, or else they would enunciate their words.
When New York hip hop started adapting to Southern music or music outside of New York, that's when I kind of was like, nah, this ain't for me, man. Listening to New York rappers sounding like they from Texas and from Miami and Jacksonville, I'm like, I don't know. But I think that the older generation also needs to take a little bit of accountability, because part of the reason that you can bring the new generation is by kind of, how about a Jadakiss with a one of these young up and coming rappers? How about one of these guys in these 90s 2000 rappers?
Maybe I'm gonna interrupt you right there. I'm gonna interrupt you. No? Who's gonna pay for that?
Listen. Okay.
Who's gonna pay for that? Oh, okay, hold on.
The listeners,
who's gonna pay for that? Who's gonna pay for that collaboration? Is it gonna come out of Big Daddy Kane's pocket? Is it coming out of, let's say, Tekashi 6ix9ine? You know what I mean? These little kids ain't about to start putting money
because.
You know what I mean? They're not from our lifestyle where we were like, we have to hustle to be like, how much is that studio? Let me get some studio time. And then we all went Dutch, you know what I mean, to round up the $100 to hit the studio.
Yeah. Okay.
These kids are only thinking about self, then these old heads ain't getting no money monthly on what they did. So it's like
you have to go back to the business of music and understand. I hate going on a little tangent here, but what did Prince tell?
Oh no, I see that you're always going to go on a tangent.
You're damn right, because you pushing the envelope. You over here, But listen, the key thing to it all, again, the Prince and Nas situation. When Nas went up to Prince and said, "Yo, dude, I want to do a track with you," what did Prince ask Nas? Do you?
How many views you have?
No. Do you own the rights to your art? Now, wait. That is not a Nas situation. That is the publication. That is the label. They control the narrative as per that growth. Now, to the credit of the conversation about the younger generation, because there are young hip-hop enthusiasts from all walks of life that are looking for the old stuff. They're looking for Wu. They're looking for.
Okay, listen. Now, we are not talking about who's looking. Hey, what up? No. I like those glasses, son. Those are old school glasses.
Real.
No, they're not that old. They're probably from the I'm sexy and you know it. Okay, but anyhow, there's only. You're talking about a community that's looking for the old albums. We're talking about who right now, which young artist is reaching out to an old head that ain't making money, right?
Can you let me
finish what I'm saying?
No,
okay,
because
go.
you want to interrupt people like
you.
No.
You spoke for like an hour and a half already. You spoke for like an hour and a half already.
I'm explaining to you straight up and down.
Just smack that nigga, bro.
You like Coach Contra? You like that group?
Yes, I like
you
Coach
like
Contra.
Afro? You like Afro? You ever heard of Afro?
No, I haven't heard of Afro.
You need to look then, brother, because there are people who are still doing that art form that we love. Now, to guide the generation.
We're not talking about who's looking for, what we love. We're talking about the gap in generations, okay?
Exactly.
Where the old head, when was the last time? Okay, Tekashi did a track with who? From the old people.
Tekashi's a bad example, but I understand what you're trying to say.
Thank you. Tekashi, thank you.
Okay,
no,
I'm just saying. He went
you can't
as
just say, because straight up and down, do you like Tekashi's music?
No,
do you like the influence he has upon the culture?
Bro, like I said, you can't talk to me about that because I actually liked a few things that he did, and then that's when Echo said he was trash. I don't
want to talk to you no more.
I told you that.
You like Tekashi 6ix9ine music?
No. I said. Listen, what I said was there was some songs that I liked. I can't listen.
That kid is the perfect example.
Julio, hold on.
Or are you gonna talk the whole night? You know what? I'm gonna mute myself and you can just talk the rest of the night.
But first of all, he got mad. In the meantime, please hit like and subscribe while these two dudes is going at it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, my brother asked me a question. I'm trying to give a fair answer.
All right, pero ya tú sabes. Ya tú sabes. Dame. Pero dale, que espera la Navidad. El día de los Reyes. Go.
Yo, what's going on here? Why is everybody all quiet all of a sudden?
Go, Jay.
I just muted myself to let this nigga talk, and now this nigga don't want to talk.
No, because I was done.
Oh, okay, so let me interject. Let me say this.
Okay.
5 hours later.
Let me say this. To close out my segment, because
we're not closing out because this is dope.
We're gonna bring some closure into it. But I just also, I'm gonna bring in another point that to continue the conversation. I think you bring in a great point, and that's and it's relevant to the question of did older rappers or even the older generation are we responsible, or are we to blame as well for the younger generation not really appealing to the older sound, or even wanting to be the kind of people that research and go back? At the end of the day, the newer artists are not going to seek out older artists because like it was said earlier, to them it doesn't benefit them. They'll look at it as doing a favor for the older artists because they believe that these older artists are not relevant because they don't have the same presence in the internet as they do. But it's like Fat Joe said. I think Fat Joe kind of commented on Max B's comment. Yeah, and he was saying that, hey, look, just because you don't see these guys don't mean that they're not relevant to the people that they're supposed to be relevant to. We have a lot of artists that are heavily touring. I mean, I think I went to Big Daddy Kane's website yesterday or the other day, forgot when. Big Daddy Kane is booked out. I'm not saying he's doing a show every day, but he's booked out throughout the year. That's great. Someone like Max B might not know that. Some a regular young hip hop fan might not know that Big Daddy Kane is performing in Norway, or that
overseas. I was gonna say that, yeah, man.
Overseas, yeah. Or Billy Danze is crazy in Russia. You understand? Yeah. Places probably that Max B isn't really doing that well because they probably don't respect what Max B does compared to a MOP or Big Daddy Kane.
Time out. Can I ask a serious question real quick? Yes, and don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Okay.
Who the hell is Max B?
Right. That's a fair question. It's a fair question. Right. Yeah. Like, he, again, like I said earlier, he was a he was a New York street trending rapper for a little bit. He started some trends in the hip hop landscape of his time, like melodic raps, like a little bit of singing, like a lot of the stuff that Jim Jones does.
When?
Around 2000 and I don't know.
So
2000.
He was hot for about 2 to 3 years, maybe, give or take.
Right.
That was his peak.
Yeah, he did some mixtapes, and that he had a big following in New York, but I don't think he ever got to go outside of that. Then he did 18 years for armed robbery. So,
well, there went his music career.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why this is causing a lot of controversy, because it's like, right, there are people saying like, who the hell is Max B? Like, we all know. And then for him trying to disrespect Kane and saying that he was wearing a thong. He was wearing a thong in the album cover with Madonna, which is not true.
Oh, that's right. He did do some nasty stuff with Madonna.
Yeah, but he became a sex symbol. He became a sex symbol, which we paved the way for hip hop to even do that, right?
Yeah.
So I think what O was trying to say is like, and nobody that's really, none of these new cats like a Lil Uzi Vert or like or like a what's another one, or like a Lil Yachty.
Yeah,
they're not gonna go. They're not gonna go out and be like, you know what, I want to do a song.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But to Misunderstood's credit, yes, there are a lot of artists out there that are still doing what we will consider real hip hop, real true to the art form stuff. Like you mentioned, we could mention a million names right now.
Oh yeah.
But those who know. But I think both of your points to close it out, both of your points are valid in the fact that maybe hip hop, the newer commercial rappers don't need to seek out the older rappers just so they can show respect. I think the newer generation of real artists should be the ones seeking out to collaborate with the older artists, and that is happening right now. That is happening.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah.
I mean, to your credit, you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right. I'm right.
Oh, my bad.
So now y'all friends again?
My bad.
Nah, we ain't
Now y'all
friends.
friends again? Are you still offended by the previous statements?
Yeah.
No.
But to your point, not for nothing, yes. At the end of the day, if we're looking at it as per the business, who's paying for it? Who's paying for that project? And are these guys actually going to get paid for the project? And
I just want to know why you're agreeing with me right now. What are you going to do that's
I'm not
going to come back and bite me?
Between both of y'all,
because
right?
you actually agreeing with me is kind of funny.
Okay, listen, fellas. Here it is. What's the name there that's under in my window?
You misunderstood that?
Misunderstood?
No. Not for nothing. I know how to see.
Oh no, it's not showing. It's not showing.
Nothing.
It's not showing misunderstood.
Yeah, it is. But you said not for nothing.
Because not for nothing.
Okay.
We can both disagree and agree.
Hold on. Hold on. I got something. Jay, I got something for you because.
Hey. The
Dong Song.
Yeah, so to close it out.
Yeah.
Hold on. My bad, Jay. Go ahead.
No. So real quick to your point, at the end of the day, too, we would love to see some really good young artists come together with some legends to create something beautiful. But who's going to pay the money, and will these guys get paid for that? And
I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I don't even know how to approach that question. I mean, there's money out there to be made. At the end of the day, I think collaborations could happen. I think it's not. I don't think. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on that question. I don't think it's a question about money. I think it's a question about relevancy and what they think they can get out of this collaboration. A lot of people collaborate with each other basically because they love each other's music.
Yeah.
If it's strictly business, then there is money because artists have money. Artists get an advance. They could approach whoever they want and hit somebody off with a bag and be like, yo, you know what? I want this, or I want KRS in my album. Yeah. But these kids didn't grow up with that, because we got to understand that, you know, we got to understand that if you weren't raised in a certain decade, it's very hard for you to appreciate things that came before that, unless you're a certain type of person that had someone influence you, like your dad or uncle or something like that. These kids probably didn't have that. These kids grew up in their own timeline, and they follow who they follow. So their old head might be Big Boy or Andre 3000 or Pimp C or Bun B. Cats to us, those are not per se foundational artists, but it might be for someone who was born in 1999. It might be for someone who was born in 2002. By the time these kids were born, we were already engulfed. I think, like Manny said, it's the parents' fault. Hey, it might be, but after a while, I have a son.
That's what I said.
If I can't influence him, and he starts liking his own thing, I can't say I failed, because I'm still playing Rakim, I'm still playing whatever. But you could also be like, nah, that's not as dope as this little Yachty that I heard the other day, or little Cuckoo, or little Wee Wee, or whatever these cats' names are these days. So go ahead.
To the credit of how quickly they get the information and the algorithms that they're being involved with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw that.
Rest in peace, Rob Bass.
R.I.P. Rob Bass.
Man. Yeah,
but like you were saying, depending on what because it's like that with rock and roll and all these other musics. Depending on what generation you're brought in, and to your credit, Classico, it's what our parents showed us with our musics, with our sounds, and it's what we should be trying to do for the next generation. And I agree with you. These kids don't want to sit down and learn something. They want it fast. Oh, what sounds good? What's banging? What's popping? And it's like, yo, but why don't you listen to something and dissect it? See the art that it is. But
now you get into intellectual for me. Now you just lost me.
But also
smoke a blunt or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I also wanted to say that, like you're saying that, but there are some younger kids doing the knowledge, researching. There are kids who are using the internet and technology to go back in time. I know there's a lot of young cats now that are doing reaction videos to old school artists. And that's a beautiful thing. These cats are 18 and they're 18, 19, 20, 21. And they're like, you know what? Why is everybody saying Nas is so great? Let me go back to why they say Illmatic is the best album ever. Let me go back and listen to that. And I think some of that is going on. Listen, at the end of the day, the kids who do it, they're going to do it, and the kids who are not into it, they're not into it. So maybe hip hop's worst enemy is in New York. There isn't New York fans, old heads, or young fans. Maybe it's the culture's inability to honor the past without fearing the future. Maybe it's something like that. But we're gonna continue this segment some other time too, because I want to get a part 2 of this as we move along.
We know misunderstood. You definitely getting a part 2.
You better know. Do your research, man.
As the year progresses, we're going to see how this shapes out with Max B and Big Daddy Kane. I hope the algorithm is helping Big Daddy Kane in a positive way, and I hope a lot of cats are like, "Yo, man, Big Daddy Kane, let me see what the fuss is about."
Let me go check. Yeah, man.
Yo, not for nothing. Did you get to hear what Gilly's response was?
No, we're leaving that for part 2. We're putting that for part 2. We're leaving that for part 2.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, because that's a very important thing to me. What Gilly said there.
That's right. So
you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
it's kind of true. It is.
We got over 25,000 people watching us right now.
Yeah, just added a couple zeros to it. Forget about them first 2 numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just make sure that we get this on the part 2. You know what I mean? And I'll just mute my mic the next time, and you could just go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate all of Misunderstood's family members and friends who've joined us today.
Yo, shout out to Hanico, Santiago.
Shout out to everybody in Santiago, the Hanico people. Wow, this is amazing.
Yo, time out. From all those
San
people.
Francisco de Macorís.
Yo, put a 1 if John Fried Chicken is still the good chicken around the heights.
Yo, bro, have you been up to the hood? Oh, in a minute.
Yeah, I just wanted the number 1. You don't have to say nothing. It's so they could the number 1.
No, I'm just asking you a question, brother. Damn.
But I just told you I went there like 2 years ago. We want the number 1 in the chat.
You want the 1 on the chat? So they got to put that 1. Not for nothing, they got to put that 1 in there, right?
They got to put a 1.
A 1.
Yo.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to my segment. My brothers, thank you for chiming in. It's a great conversation. That's all I have for today. Next week, I'm going to be back with the album review and possibly international artist spotlight as well. And,
there we go.
You know what I mean? It's, hurry up and vibe is the name of the
assignment.
And What the Fuck TV. We out here. Ya tú sabes. Cuídense, coño.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, folks.
Don't go nowhere. Omar's going to eat a sandwich. I'm always going to eat a sandwich.
Eso es. He's hangry.
We'll be back.
And we went black.
Los 7 pedazos de Pedro, muchachos. ¡Úpale! Las 7 pasadas, papito. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Atájalo!
Préndeme la cámara. ¿Y qué pasó?
Para que lo baile tu mamá.
Señores, lo que ustedes no saben es que este programa es internacional. Bienvenidos a los Clásicos RD. Yo soy Jonathan el Clásico. Mi aplauso, por favor.
Ay, espérate, manín. Espérate.
Ahí va.
Ok, hazlo de nuevo.
Okay,
la introducción de nuevo. Dale.
Vamos.
Señores, bienvenidos a otro segmento de los Clásicos RD. Yo soy Jonathan el Clásico. Ay,
Ya, lo que es.
A ver, señores, primero, bienvenido a otro segmento de los Clásicos RD. Acompañado con mis hermanos Echo el Black, que está perdido por ahí, y mi hermano, el Malentendido. ¿Viste cómo te lo traduje en español?
Y este,
primero, un saludito.
Lo aplauso.
Espérate.
Oye, quédate con el botoncito ahí para que siga.
Ok, perdón. Sí.
Un saludito a los seguidores que están en sintonía, a todos esos collados a toda mi gente de Jánico, de Santiago, de San Pedro de Macorís, de Barahona,
San Francisco
de Macorís,
Washington High,
y la gente del Alto Manhattan, de Inwood,
con el picapollo.
Toda esa gente para allá, jaltándose su pollo, comiéndose su sándwich, como mi amigo y mi hermano, el O. Un aplauso. Ya llegó el negro.
Llegó el negro, señores. Perdón, escúchenme.
Se fue la luz allá.
No, es que tenía que usar el baño, tú sabes, yo me comí unos molondrones con coco.
diablo.
Unos molondrones con coco, loco, y allá tú sabes.
Y tú sabes que el molondrón pone a uno en rapidilla. ¿Cómo está mi gente? ¿Qué dice mi gente, señores? ¿Cómo
todo
están?
bien, mi hermano, todo bien. Estamos aquí con un representante nuevo, un miembro de la familia, ese tipo, un tipo que de verdad.
Ya lo introdujeron, no vengan con tu
pero
yo no estaba aquí.
Tú te introduces tú mismo. Ya se introdujo.
Pues está bien, ya. Pues está bien.
Perdón, dice Manny que tú estás directo.
Directo al baño.
Sí, loco, tuve que depositar un par de vainas.
Demasiada información, mano. ¿Qué fue?
Ok.
Señores, les traigo algo sabroso hoy. ¿Qué me dicen ustedes cuando yo menciono a ese nombre Alex Bueno? ¿Qué creen ustedes de ese artista de San José de las Matas, Sajoma?
Sajoma.
El Mayimbito.
Oye, al lado de Jánico está eso.
Ya está buscando conexión con lo de Dios mío, pero.
No, pero un maestro.
No, de verdad.
No.
Dime.
No vamos a comenzar a llamar a todo el mundo maestro.
Pero es un maestro.
Espérate.
Oye, yo ni voy a poner eso y los cabets.
Quizás no maestro, pero sí, para mí, el mejor intérprete de la República Dominicana se llama Alex Bueno.
¿Cómo?
Ok.
Mejor que Sandy Reyes. No como artista, para mí todavía. El artista, perdón.
Yo dije rayo, de verdad.
No, digo yo en términos que, aunque Fernando y obviamente Johnny Ventura son los reyes del merengue y hasta Wilfrido Vargas, el mejor cantante de la República Dominicana para mí, Alex Bueno.
Bueno, vamos a ver el por qué. ¿Por qué tú lo dices? Vamos a ver el por qué tú lo estás diciendo.
¿Por qué? Porque el clásico te trajo hoy las 10 mejores canciones, los top 10 de Alex Bueno. Yo creo que esto va a crear un poquito de pelea aquí entre los seguidores, pero esto es una opinión personal, mía, como dice Silvio Mora. Y aquí le quiero presentar. Estamos ready, maestro, oye, le dije maestro, que no usemos, por eso
yo soy un maestro,
ok.
Mira lo que dice Manny. Manny dice ahí el Zafiro. Hay que dársela al Zafiro. Pero mejor cantante que Alex Bueno, no. Digo yo, mi opinión. El Zafiro mejor que Alex Bueno, no lo creo. Aunque, perdón, sí tiene muchos éxitos, pero para mí Alex Bueno es el mejor. Y le tengo aquí una lista de mis top 10 canciones. Oye, Juan Luis Guerra. Pero estamos hablando de qué, de pegada, de compositor. Estoy hablando de cantante. Alex Bueno, para mí no hay mejor cantante. Y te voy a explicar ahora mismo por qué. Vámonos con el top 10 mejores canciones de Alex Bueno. Maestro, póngame el número 10.
No quiero que tú te marches, no me dejes solo. Si no te tengo a mi vera, me falta el aire, me ahogo. Si te quedaras conmigo, amor, tendría sentido la vida y amanecer los dos juntos sería mi gran alegría.
Oye, buen dato que te tengo aquí. Ahí alguien, creo que ¿quién fue que mencionó? Juan Luis Guerra. En ese tema, lo que le cantan coro a esa canción ahí están el grupo 440, que está Juan Luis Guerra, está Roger Saya, está Maridalia Hernández y Mariela Mercado en ese tema cantando los coros. Así que buen dato para los que no lo conocen. ¿Quién te riza el pelo? Es composición de José Hernández del 1987. Ahora nos vamos con el número 9. Adelante.
Quiéreme que soy dueño del azul que tiene el mar, de la brisa fresca bajo la sombra del palmar. Quiéreme que te hago de las estrellas un collar y serás la envidia de las muchachas del lugar. Una casita blanca te voy a fabricar y de margaritas el patio voy a llenar. Quiéreme que te quiero, quiéreme que te adoro, y si tú no me quieres mejor, yo muero solo. Mi amor por ti es más fuerte que yo.
Ay, yo pensé que iba a seguir. Ay,
dime tú. Por eso que dicen el mejor, te canta merengue, te canta bachata, te canta salsa. ¿Quién hace ese repertorio como hace Ale Bueno?
Esa canción es para Romo, olvídate de eso.
Oye.
Del 1992, el álbum se llama Ternuras. Si no lo he escuchado, por favor, escúchalo, que no te vas a arrepentir. Composición de Charlie Mosquea. ¿Qué tú dices ahí?
No, te iba a decir, eso van ya 2 machetazos fuertes, don. Porque diablo. Wow.
Ay, no.
Siga.
Manny se está pasando.
Romeo.
Manny se pasó.
Ya llegó con Romeo. No,
Clásico, recátanos de esa vaina. Recátanos.
Señores, vámonos con el número 8, maestro. Ayúdame.
Me va. Hacer amigos en el camino, me va. Estar contigo y haber nacido para cantar del amor de verdad. Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Vamos. Morena.
Oye, ahí con ese tema, aunque nosotros nos recordamos de Julio Iglesias cantando ese tema, es una composición de Ricardo Cerrato, arreglos del maestro Ramón Orlando, mi favorito, ustedes lo saben, los que siguen esta página y este canal saben que lo mío es Ramón Orlando, pero ese tema me va, un palo, mira, di que Romeo, come on, estamos hablando de lo clásico, Romeo le di ahora. Me quedo con mi cantante. Está bien, te voy a dejar. Señores, vámonos con el número 7.
Vamos.
Y mi triunfo te daré. Lo más grato del placer. Y no volveré a caer. Seré más grande que ayer. Seré más grande que ayer.
Hey.
Gigante. Oye, una composición de Luis Díaz. Luis el Terror Díaz. En una de las próximas semanas voy a hacer un especial sobre sus composiciones. Para mí, Luis Díaz, el terror que decían, para mí uno de los mejores compositores dominicanos, que hay que darle mucho crédito. Bueno. Él le compuso canciones a Sergio Vargas, a Sandy Reyes, a Alex Bueno. Hay muchísimas canciones de Alex Bueno que son composiciones de él. Pero ese fue del año 1990, gigante. Vámonos con la número 6.
Epa.
¡Ay, Dios mío!
¡Ay, Dios mío!
Dime ahí, la radio, composición de Leo Dan, 1985. Un clásico. ¿Qué más qué digo yo de ahí? Durísimo.
Que yo bailo así como ellos.
¿Es verdad?
Yo bailo así.
Vámonos con la número 5. Maestro, La número 5. Adelante.
Qué cara más bonita tiene esa niña. Qué cara más bonita, mi niña. Qué cara más bonita, yo quisiera enamorarla. Qué cara más bonita y no se deja enamorar. Cuando yo la veo a ella, siento en mi frío calor. Son dos estrellas que alumbran mi corazón.
Señora, hay que tener mucho cuidado porque antes, cuando yo hago estos top 5, nos bloquean la música. A veces tengo que poner música en vivo para que no nos bloqueen los temas. Pero ahí tienen Qué cara más bonita, composición de Paco Cepero y Salvador Carrasco del 1985. Dime tú, ¿y ese temazo?
No, eso fue, eso corrió el mundo entero, señores, eso se sabe.
Y te voy a decir una cosa.
Perdón, misunderstood. No fue una de tu hermanas que dijo que había un tipo que le dedicaba esa canción cada vez que ella pasaba por ahí, que sé yo qué.
¿Verdad?
Sí.
Was it one of your sisters? I don't know. But,
oye, dino el chisme. ¿Quién era?
Oye,
vamos, yo quiero los chismes.
Nombre, di nombre, ya que estamos.
No me recuerdo quién fue, pero yo creo que no sé si fue una de las hermanas de Misunderstood que me dijo.
Del malentendido.
Del malentendido, que dijo que
yo creo que fue mi hermana Mónica.
Mónica.
Y Mónica está aquí.
Mónica te
está viendo.
Si ella quiere, si ella te lo dijo, dile que
no sé quién fue.
Mónica.
Oye, que tenía un enamorado que le dedicaba esa canción cada vez que la veía.
Yo creo.
Ay, no.
Porque, oigan, clásico. Esas son canciones que, como te digo, por generaciones duran y son bien importantes.
Ajá.
¿Tú me entiendes? Muchacho, esa canción ahí, esa es la juventud de uno.
Claro.
Bueno, no sé la juventud, niñez, porque no,
bueno, pero para muchos
nosotros todavía somos jóvenes, así que más respeto.
Oye, mira, déjame decirle algo.
Ustedes que son jóvenes.
Déjame decirle algo. Cuando yo estaba más joven, a mí me decían, qué cara más bonita tiene ese tipo, qué cara más bonita, yo lo quiero ya comer. De verdad.
¿Qué leche condensada tiene ese tipo?
Hey, póngame en los comentarios.
Vamos a seguir.
Leche condensada. Con cuchara sin cuchara.
Oye,
señores.
Esa es la promoción que tenemos que poner, ¿verdad?
Leche condensada.
¿Qué leche evaporada tiene ese tipo?
La primera compañía que nos haga que hagamos promoción es de leche condensada.
Oye, vamos a seguir, por favor. Vamos a seguir, por favor.
Bueno, señores, vámonos con el número 4. Adelante, maestro.
Sus besos no me permitieron repetir tu nombre y el suyo
sí.
El Mayimito.
Me acordé de ti. Comí del fruto prohibido, dejando el respiro colgado de nuestra conciencia. Mi cuerpo fue gozo durante un minuto.
Me encanta la canción.
No lo volveré a hacer más.
Que eras tú, que siempre serás tú. Lo siento mucho, la vida es así. No le engaño.
Romo, coño.
Señor, ¿cómo tú me vas a decir a mí que un tigre que te cantó una bachata, que te cantó un merengue, ahora esa salsita? No
esa, muchacho. El que no sabe bailar y oye eso, quiere aprender. Wow.
Sí.
Una vaina bien, de verdad.
Sí, no, de pana que sí.
El que me gustó esa. El que no sabe bailar quiere aprender.
Óyeme, pero tú te recuerdas uno de los casts que ustedes hicieron, estaban hablando de un maestro de salsa que no tiene el tumbao. Y ahí está ese tumbao.
Oh,
tú lo oyes.
Un palo.
Ya.
Esa canción originalmente lo escribió un italiano, Sandro Giacobbe. Eso lo encontré. O sea, es una canción de un cantautor italiano. Jardín prohibido, mejor dicho. Maestro, vámonos con el número 3.
Hoy te he visto con tu libro caminando y tu carita de coqueta colegiala de mi amor. Tú sonríes sin pensar que al mirarte, solo porque estoy sufriendo, colegiala de mi amor. ¿Cómo?
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Oh, my God!
Hoy.
Le tenía que poner el coro.
Le
tenía que poner el
coro. Pero composición de Walter León Aguilar de Perú.
Yo creo que tú
del año 1985. ¿Cómo fue?
Yo creía que tú ibas a decir Walter Mercado. Y dije, y ese tipo de la música.
Huepa, también.
Walter Mercado y el del Bronx.
Walter Mercado del Bronx. Señores, vámonos. Estamos llegando al final. Vámonos con el número 2. Maestro, adelante.
Querida, hazlo porque más quieras tú. Yo quiero ver de nuevo luz en toda mi casa. Oh, querida, ven a mí que estoy sufriendo. Oh, ven a mí que estoy muriendo. En esta soledad, que no me sienta nada bien.
Ok, todo el mundo, dime cuándo es due. Ya, vamos a darle.
Composición de Juan Gabriel, 1985. Un temazo. Por eso que le dicen el más completo.
¿Cómo?
Total,
Mejor.
Yeah.
No me
hay que dársela.
Interesante, te voy a decir algo. Cuando yo estaba haciendo esta lista, es increíble el repertorio que tiene Alex Bueno. Tanto así que yo podía hacer otro top 10, pero siempre me están criticando de que porque yo duro 1 hora y pico haciendo show y vaina. Solo corté los temas ahí rapidito, 30-35 segundos para que no me hablen disparate. Y nos estamos gozando de la música de Alex Bueno. Nos fuimos, señores.
Espérate.
El número 1, maestro, vámonos.
No podemos.
¿Qué pasó?
Mónica no tiene que decir ese chisme.
Oye.
¿Quién le dedicaba la canción?
Oye.
O le damos. Nos fuimos.
No, deja eso así.
Oye,
así.
No.
Yo vi a alguien ahí que le estaba echando un boche a Mónica. No se pongan a meter, no empiecen con su vaina. Vámonos con el número 1, maestro. A cerrar con brocha de oro.
Cómo te extraño, mi amor, ¿por qué será? Me falta todo en la vida si no estás. Cómo te extraño, mi amor, ¿qué debo hacer? Te extraño tanto que voy a enloquecer. Ay, amor divino, pronto tienes que volver a mí. A veces pienso que tú nunca vendrás. Pero te quiero y te tengo que esperar. Pues el destino me lleva hasta el final. Porque algún día mi amor te encontrará. Ay, amor divino, pronto tienes que volver a mí.
Mónica tiene una historia y ella no tienes que decir. Ella tenía un amante por ahí.
¿Vas a seguir?
Perdón.
El micrófono, por favor.
A la Hazá, sácame este tigre de la miseria y darle una oportunidad de cantar. Señores, a la Hazá está aquí en West Palm Beach, en la Florida.
¿Cómo?
Este mes, al azar, yo creo que este fin de semana está tocando en West Palm Beach.
Yo me voy para allá entonces. Nos vemos.
Para allá, muchachos. Hey, hablando de este fin de semana, señores.
Ay, llegó.
El 21 vamos a estar en vivo en House of Blues en Orlando. Los clásicos RD. ¿Con quién?
Están usando esa vaina, un clásico.
Con los hermanos Bomba Rosario. Vamos a estar transmitiendo en vivo, sacando videos, sacándonos fotos, poniéndonos en el internet. Que se lo gocen. Buena música. Ustedes saben que los hermanos Rosario nunca fallan. Años y música que no vuelven. Lamentablemente. Bueno. Éramos felices y no lo sabíamos. Esa es la realidad. Buena música. Así como estábamos hablando hace poco de la música americana, el hip hop, que esos tiempos han pasado. Así estamos nosotros tratando de buscar la identidad de qué es la música dominicana de hoy. O es el merengue o es el dembow que le pertenece a otro país. ¿O cuál es la música que está caliente ahora? La salsa, ¿verdad? Eso es lo que está pegado ahora en la República.
No, bueno, el dembow, que la salsa, el dembow, lo que está pegado.
Y el dembow.
No, hombre, no. ¿Y quién es el duro? Si el dembow es lo que está, ¿quién es que está pegado ahora?
¿En merengue o en dembow?
En dembow, sí.
Son un par de carajitos, ahí uno nunca sabe, eso de un día al otro.
Ángel Dior salió con una esta semana. Sí, Ángel Dior. Él salió con una esta semana.
Era clásico de maldito Ángel Dior.
Yo iba a decir hasta una mala palabra. Mira, muchacho.
Qué maldito de Ángel Dior.
Eso no es un perfume.
¿Quién es Bulín?
Bulín 47.
Bulín 47, espérate.
Pero una pregunta. 47.
Porque está en el chat ahí, de que Bulín.
No,
¿de dónde viene el 47? Nadie sabe de dónde viene.
A lo mejor el bloque de él, el barrio, quién sabe.
O la serie, tal vez.
A lo mejor.
¿Tú crees?
La serie de allá, de su pueblo, o de dónde viene.
Pero es verdad que el dembow está acabando así. No, hombre, no, man.
Oye.
Sí, está acabando. Bueno, está acabando con su maidita vida.
Bueno, hay mucha gente que el movimiento de la música urbana
sí.
se está viendo un poco más allá.
Pero tú no crees que esa música es como, ¿cuál es la palabra? Reciclable, esa es la palabra, ¿verdad? O sea que hoy tú pagas una canción, o pega una canción, perdón, y ya a la semana que viene ya eso está apagado.
Sí, hay otra vaina nueva.
Sí.
Pero la música urbana, como el black, nos estaba enseñando con la walsa y rapero así, es un movimiento que se está viendo
pero eso no se considera música urbana en la República Dominicana. La música urbana se trata exclusivamente de dembow. El rap dominicano, como le llaman, se ha separado un poquito del género de lo que es música urbana, porque ha sido comercializado.
Sí.
El dembow es mucho más comercial, entonces el rap dominicano se ha quedado un poquito atrás. Entonces música urbana, cuando la gente dice música urbana, se refiere más a dembow que cualquier otra cosa.
Ok.
Sí, pero no, porque eso es lo que suena más.
No, porque eso es lo que ellos llaman música urbana, eso es lo que ellos llaman música urbana, de que el dembow nada más. No, de que ellos nunca ponen a los raperos que no están haciendo dembow, ellos no lo califican como música urbana. Ellos le dicen, rap dominicano, un rapero.
Oye, señor,
y además, todo el mundo sabe que el lápiz consciente es el mejor. Ya vamos, ¿por qué vamos a pelear? ¿Verdad?
Ya.
Mira,
ahora hay un comentario ahí. Tú no puedes.
Espérate, déjame decirte
que hay un par de colombianos acabando. ¿Qué tú opinas de eso? En el género de música urbana.
Pero la cosa es que el colombiano de verdad no se va para el área de dembow, ellos se quedan en el reggaetón. You know what I mean? Ahora, pero te voy a decir, aquí me están buscando la lengua. Mira lo que pusieron aquí. Mira lo que pusieron ahí.
Tu favorito.
Oye,
no te gusta.
Tú me estás buscando la lengua, brother.
Pelén, un ching.
No, brother, Elba. Perdón. Elba, tú me estás buscando la lengua con alofoque. Aquí no se dice alofoque. Por favor.
Aquí se dice, oh, fuck it.
Alo fuck it.
Alofoque.
¿Y qué pasó? ¿Qué es lo que tú tienes con ese pobre muchacho? ¿Es un muchacho tranquilo?
No, pero no es que él diga que se va a retirar, que va a terminar de ese programa.
Va a pegar. Don Miguelo. Mejor que el pencil. No, hombre, no.
Bueno.
Don Miguelo. Mejor que el lápiz.
No creo que estaba diciendo que es mejor que el lápiz, sino que lo mencionó.
No. O mencionando un nombre. Ok, está bien.
Sí. Other notables.
Yeah,
sí, hay que darle. Señores, también. Quiero darle las gracias a todos los seguidores que están aquí.
Gracias.
Señores, el malentendido se ganó otra visita para la semana que viene, porque si tú vas a estar trayendo gente a la fiesta, entonces...
pero ese si tú no lo invitas, él va a entrar como quiera. Ese va a entrar, no importa que... aunque tú le pongas la cadinita en la puerta, ese va a entrar como quiera.
Este tigre, este tipo vino y se trajo su fiesta. Ofrécome. Acabando.
Bueno,
y mi mamá se prende la vaina para ver a su hijo haciendo el show.
Diablo.
Y este tigre se trajo una fiesta entera. Señores, gracias por el apoyo. Sí, vamos a mencionar nombre aquí a Mónica. Mencionen el nombre ahí, por favor. Démele mucho crédito.
Manny.
Elba.
Dice Manny. Manny, what's up, Manny?
Yo. Manny. The original misunderstood right there, bro.
You called him Peanut. Manny.
Manny. A Elba. Love you, babe. ¿Quién más está ahí?
¿Qué pasó ahí?
¿Y qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó ahí? Un placazo. Se fue la luz, se fue la luz, se fue la luz.
No sé, yo estoy aquí.
Un saludito a los Fokker.
Oye, aquí no se menciona ese tipo, brother. ¿Qué te pasa a ti?
¿Y cuál es tu odio con ese hombre?
Estaba diciendo
ya eso es pasado.
¿Le quitó una mujer o le debe cuarto? Uno de los dos.
¿Tú crees que él me va a quitar una mujer a mí? Ese barbarazo. Está loco.
Déjame yo mandar un saludo. Espérame, un saludo especial a todos los que están comentando, todos los que vinieron y el malentendido.
¿Te gustó ese nombre, el malentendido?
Todos los que estaban sintonizando nuestro show hoy, esta noche. Un shout out especial a Elba. Elba, cuando nosotros janguemos, va a ser una vaina, ya tú sabes, vamos a gozar, de verdad.
Mavica sabe.
Oye, le quiero dar un shout a la mujer mía linda que está mirando por ahí, pero ella no escribe porque no sé, le da los nervios. Y van así, I love you, baby.
¿Qué fue? Pero si todo el mundo está comentando, ya puedo comentar también. Un saludito
que le mande, ahí dice, ella escribió que le mande 3 latas de leche condensada.
Y van a seguir con esa vaina. Con
galletica, porque ahora, ya no le gusta el pan.
Hey, vamos a hablar. La leche condensada, ¿con qué el mejor con qué se acompaña una buena leche condensada?
Bueno.
Con casabe. La gente del campo dice que se lo come con casabe.
Oye, si tú tienes una licuadora, tú la metes con un chin de papaya, le pones un chin de vainilla.
Una batida.
Pero, pasa lo que es bueno la leche condensada también.
Hay gente que se lo comen así con el dedo.
Sí.
Con malta. Oh my God.
Manny, bueno.
Te la comiste, Manny, con esa.
Con una malta india. Con una malta india.
Ya hemos llegado al final del programa. Número 1, queremos darle las gracias a todos por la sintonía. Que Dios me lo bendiga a cada persona que está en sintonía. Sigan cada semana los miércoles en sintonía con el programa para que disfruten del contenido que brindamos al público. Comparten nuestro video que lo vamos a subir pronto en las redes. No se olviden los clásicos RD en Instagram, en YouTube y también estamos en Facebook. denle like, suscríbanse y apoyen a mi compañero también, que estamos aquí para subir para arriba. Saludo al malentendido, al negro Echo y a el técnico. Leche condensada. Este programa fue patrocinado por Nesquik, leche condensada. ¡Nos fuimos!
¡Ay, Dios mío! La leche condensada, la leche condensada, la leche condensada, la leche condensada.
Thank you.
No hay para ti, no hay para ti.
Una canción de leche condensada.
La leche condensada, condensada, condensada. La leche condensada, la leche condensada.
Ustedes no sirven, ustedes no sirven.
La leche condensada, sopa de galletita y todo.
Ya, se fueron ustedes, se fueron.